Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. You guys have been asking for an in the bag, and I know I'm way overdue. So I think it's time to do an in the bag. Let's go. All right guys, well, I don't like long drawn out in the bag, so let's get to it. Okay, first off is got to start with my bag. This is Berg Sports V4 Berg bag. Love this bag. I've been using a cart mainly for the last probably like 5 or 6 years, but I gotta say, switching over to this on my bag, I love it because we got a lot of courses in the Charlotte area that have creeks, elevation, lots of woods and stumps and stuff, and sometimes the cart just isn't a feasible option. Once I switch over to this bag, super light, can fit everything in it. Haven't regretted it, and my back hasn't regretted it either. It's really good. All right, let's get to the putters. All right, putting putters, I actually just switched over to a brand new pair of firm Electron Pixels. Love these discs. I love this color combo too. Great putters. Once I switched over to the Pixel, I started making C2 putts more regularly. Okay, now these are kind of the upshot putters that I use, but probably let's go with the range. So the range is definitely the Berg that just goes a little bit further and slightly understable. Love this. You can put it on any line you want, drops and sits. I don't need to sell you on the range. A lot of you guys are bagging these too, so you guys understand. And then for just straight shots, the ohm. Started with a glitch. Glitch wasn't stable enough, so then I moved up to a watt. Watt wasn't stable enough, and then I settled on the ohm. Really love this. Literally point and shoot. Whatever angle you put on, it's gonna hold it, and I just love the feel of it too. And then another throwing putter is the Praxis. This thing flies the length of a mid-range, but in the body of a putter, and the 6 stamp and color, can't go wrong with it. And then for my overstable putters, I like the Tempo. Proton Soft is my go-to plastic. This is a Proton Soft Tempo. Love this disc. Super straight, give you a little bit of a dump at the end. It's not, I wouldn't say it's overstable. It's just nice and stable with a nice fade at the end. And I believe that's all and then I got an understable putter. Now, right now it's the Notion. I'd love to get a spin in this slot. Right now, the only spin I have is a really dark brown color, and I lose it all the time. So I've got the Notion for now, but I'm in the market for a spin, especially one that's in a premium plastic. So if any of you guys can help me out with that one, let me know. Haven't been able to find one, but Notion's a great disc too. Put it nice and flat, gives you a little turn, put it on any angle, and it just holds it. It's a great understable putter. Now let's go to my mid-range lineup. So let's start with least stable up to most stable. So I told you Proton Soft is my ultimate favorite. Got the Proton Soft Paradox. This is a fun disc. I can put on an extreme hyzer. It'll flip up and then still give me a turn. Great disc to have in the woods. Understable mid-range is the Detour. The more I've been throwing this thing, it's been getting a little bit more flippy on me. So this kind of fits a slot between my Echo and my Proxy. That's perfect. I can throw it flat with a lot of speed, and it'll give me some late turn to it. Also, some nice flip-up shots that just punch dead straight. And new this year is my Proton Soft Echo. This is the mid-range I've really been looking for. You can put it on a slight hyzer, it'll flip up and just finish straight. You can pump it super straight, it'll give you a little S, finish dead straight. This is basically when I'm looking for a mid-range that flies nice and stable, this is what I've been looking for. And like I said, love the Proton Soft Plastic. This is a great disc. This is from the OTB drop in 2023. I think Disc Golf Deals still has some more of these, so you guys better snatch them up. Otherwise, I'm gonna snatch them up. Okay, and then somewhere between the Echo and my Pyro is an Eclipse reactor. Now, I know most reactors are a little more flippy than this one, but Eclipse ones are nice and stable, basically like an overstable Hex, which is exactly what I'm looking for sometimes. You got a nice headwind or you have a nice tunnel that you need to hit and then have a disc that finishes to the left. This is my go-to. And then anything that's needs an overstable finish or any flex line like the Pyro. And I really love this combo here. Got the nice kind of smoky top and the pink rim. I mean, this thing looks super sick, and it's got some flex in it too. I really love that. All right, so that's my putter and mid-range lineup. And now here's kind of like my fairway driver lineup. So let's start with understable. the Mantra. And I love the Nebula Aura Mantra. Feel like it's got a good combo of stability and nice flip to it. This is a disc I can start flat to the left and it'll drift back to the right when I'm doing backhands. I can put on a nice hyzer, have it flip up too. If I've got this disc dialed in, I can pretty much play a woods round only with this disc and get lots of birdies. Then when I'm looking for a more stable fairway driver, I bump up to a Votum. Now this is the Ethos Votum. I love that stamp too. This is my go-to when I'm doing sidearm shots. It gives me a little flip up, but always a nice stable finish to it. This is a great disc. I've got plenty of backups on these ones, but all-time favorite fairway driver right here. Then if I need something more stable than that, I'll go to Simon Lizotte's Tour Series Tesla here. This is kind of a good combo between like a T-Bird and a Firebird. It's not exactly as stable as a Firebird, but it does have a nice finish to it, and it's starting to beat into a nice straighter disc too. But if my Votum's just not cutting it as far as stability goes, I'll bump up to this. And then as far as my Firebird slot, I've got Glow Votum. This thing is nice and stable. This is my overstable fairway driver. Love this disc. Now let's go to my distance drivers. We'll go from probably least stable to most stable. Expanse, I gotta say, this is a new one from Thought Space Athletics, 11.5 -2.2. This thing's becoming a little bit more flippy for me, which is great. This is kind of like a longer Mantra in my bag. This thing can really crush. And then if I need something a little bit more stable, I go to the Animus, also from Thought Space Athletics. This one's like a 168 Ethos plastic. I love it. Nice and low profile too. This thing will crush, and it's got nice stability. It'll give me turn, but then a nice stable finish at the end. Then if I need a super long shot and we're not throwing into a super headwind, I'll go with the Dimension. This is the Fission Dimension, by far longest throwing disc in my bag. This thing will crush. Okay, now if I have ever got a headwind, those distance drivers aren't going to cut it. So I need to go over to a new one in my bag, which is the Emperor. This is in the iBlend plastic. This one I did a review on a couple weeks ago. You guys can check it out, but this thing crushes. It's got some nice dome to it too. Great little heartbeat. So it's basically like a slightly broken in destroyer, but for my arm speed, I can actually handle it and get it to go some long distances. Then the most stable disc in my bag is the Thrill here. This is from the Gyropalooza box this past year. But if I need to do a thumber, forehand rollers, or I'm just in a severe headwind and I need something to fight that headwind, or if I just need to get around a big, heavy turn and get a nice flare skip, I go to the Thrill. Well, that's a quick little in the bag. Hope you guys appreciate it. If you guys are looking to get some discs, head on over to Disc Golf Deals USA. Use my code. Till I see you next time. Peace out.